Hello, everybody, and welcome into some Assetto Corsa Competiciones, better known as ACC. Pretty sure I butchered that last word right there, but hey, it's going to be okay. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. We're going to start up a career mode in this particular sim. So this is basically like a GT3 sim. I know they have GT4 cars available as DLC as well, but we haven't really played a lot of this. So I'm here with the setup and everything. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to start up a career mode, see how good or how bad we are. More than likely going to be horrendous out here. I don't do a lot of road racing. You know, my main sim of choice is iRacing. We're going to branch out here. We're going to try to hit up all of the sims except for R Factor 2 because I just did not like that at all. You know, preferences are my own. If you like R Factor 2, that's cool. I ain't got nothing against you. I personally didn't like it, but we're going to see what ACC has to offer for us. So let's go ahead and roll into our... Good Lord, this game looks pretty. Let's go ahead and try our career. Now we're just going to go ahead and hit a new career. You see automatic gearbox disabled, ideal line is off, and duration will be short. We're going to try to... Depending on how long these races are, we might try to get like a race in an episode. We might try to get multiple ones. I don't know how it's going to go. So let's just go ahead and get in here to this.
Hi there, I'm Mirko Bortolotti, Lamborghini factory driver and 2017 Blancpain GT Series champion. Welcome to the career mode of Assetto Corsa Competizione, the official video game of the Blancpain GT Series.
All right, I didn't exactly
You've been granted the access
kill it too
to
much.
the Lamborghini Youngster program at the legendary Temple of Speed of
Monza, baby.
You will be driving a Lamborghini Huracan Super.
Ooh, let's go.
This monster is not a plug-and-play experience, so we first need to verify if you really got what it takes for GT racing.
I don't.
You'll be asked
You're wasting your time.
some simple and very basic tests like driving the car out of the pit lane, avoiding collisions with other drivers, staying within the track limits, and bring the car back in one piece.
Okay, well, million pieces, we got it.
Our race engineers will need to check your radio systems, tire temperatures, and brakes, so be careful and remember,
I hope I don't get a copyright for this.
Racing never starts from being fast, but from being safe and disciplined.
Thank you!
After the first installation tests, the team will ask you to prove your skills with performance-focused tests.
Ooh, rain, baby.
Be focused, don't overdrive, merge yourself with the car, and do your best. The results will affect how good you will start your career, so that maybe some of the best teams will offer you a drive in the next Sprint Cup season.
Okay.
See you on track, and good luck.
Hey, thank you, bud. I appreciate the luck. So, we're going to Monza for the first test here for the Lamborghini Youngster program. Let's see what happens, man. I'm excited. It's been a while since I've actually played this. I did a little bit of testing just to make sure that I had a grasp of the controls, but first test is a 10-minute practice session, so this might take a little while. So, got 10 minutes of free practice. Let's go ahead and get on out there.
Go. Welcome to the Lamborghini Youngster program. Today, you are given a seat in the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. Our team will look at your best lap on track in dry conditions. Complete at least 2 safe and valid laps, and then start pushing. Good luck.
Will do. All right, thank you. I get 2 laps in. Love Monza. Monza's one of my favorite tracks on all of these. Gotta remember cold tires. Through the first chicane. Back out onto it. So, Monza is one of my favorite road courses on any sim. It's like this, Watkins Glen, Sebring, however you want to say it. Maybe a little slow on the brake there, but hey, feels good. The rearview mirror is kind of disorienting here because it's not really in my 60 frames. Looks kind of odd. I guess because there's no internal camera for that, they want to, you know, be weird on it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make my focus somewhere else on that. It's good that they put us on a relatively easy track to start off with. I do appreciate that. Maybe a little too much on the brake there, but hey, here's our first flying lap. See what we got for him. I do like the feel of this. This feels good. Everything is in kilometers per hour. I might switch it over to Imperial here after. Very heavy into the brake into the first chicane. There we go. Nice. I don't feel great about that, but you know. I'm kind of interested to see where it's going to put us as far as like the career mode, because like I said, I haven't really heard much about the career mode on this. I'm glad it has a, you know, single player experience. I've been, you know, kind of hoping for a sim to have one of these experiences, so seems pretty good. It's running pretty good too. I thought I'd turn that off, the Steam overlay. I swear that I just looked at it and turned it off before I started this video, but I guess not. Little wide, little wide, little wide. Lot of steering in that. I'm gonna take that virtual mirror off. Get to the pits. Overcooked it there too. Nobody's gonna want me doing that. Come on now, focus up. Trying to keep the focus out the windshield here, and it's gross. Keep seeing that framey mess up there. Bit of throttle modulation, a little bit of correcting on the wheel. 2:8:32 and a couple of offs. Got to do better than that. Locked them up with ABS. That's awesome. Thought maybe that the brakes would have warmed up a little bit. Maybe just maybe too much on it. Dude, this has got a lot of different things than, you know, like I said, my main sim of choice has been iRacing for the past 8 years, and I've dabbled in a couple of other sims, so I'm not 100% sure on what the nuances are between them. We have done a lot of endurance racing in the GT3 stuff, so or in the GT3 cars, I should say. And I do like it. You know, I'm not going to say that I don't like road racing. The simulators have been broadened my horizons as far as, you know, racing. It used to be I'm primarily an oval racer to begin with, you know, huge into NASCAR and stuff, and playing the sims and all of that, and running the endurance races and doing all of that is, you know, made me a idiot in the kitty litter right there. Made me a fan of just motorsports in general. I wish, you know, I wish that could happen with a lot of, you know, other people and stuff, but, you know, as of right now, motorsports is starting to go on an uptrend, I feel. You know, NASCAR's starting to do a little bit better. Formula One's, you know, has a good presence in America, and you know, I think motorsports in general is getting ready to start on a good boom here. So they were a second and a half off. We just got to stop making these mistakes. Slow down plenty for that. And look at that, I already picked up half a second through that first chicane. Love it. See it at the top left-hand corner of your screen. I mean, it's interesting. You know, the car kind of feels the same. It doesn't, you know, I don't feel, you know, different. You know, it's prettier than iRacing, but it doesn't really feel all too different to me yet. I'm guessing that comes when, like, brake fade and all of that starts happening, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing in this game. I'm not 120% sure. And if you you notice me calling it a game and not a simulator, I'm sorry. You know, they're all pixels to me. I don't exactly claim iRacing to be a, you know, true to one simulator half the time. It sure isn't. That felt good. That felt real good. That was a good lap. Hey, top of the board. Yeah, thank you. That's my personal best. He's quiet as well. Slowed up a lot for that. I wonder if we're gonna have a little bit of a little race type deal. I know it says it's gonna test our skills and stuff, but you know, I gotta have skills first for them to test it. Now I think this one, because I remember the guy at the beginning said something about block pong, so I'm sure that runs with the same series, or this is a game for that series, which is awesome. Because I do watch those when they come up on the on television, and we get the races a couple of days after they run on cable TV. I remember watching this race last year. It might have been, you know, somewhere around the same. Actually, it might have been last year. Perfectly honest with you, I mean, maybe we didn't just rip the whole entire undercarriage off of that car. I hit that. I hit the curbing in the middle of the turn there. Practice is over. And we still got a couple of tenths off that lap.
Slow car ahead. Session is now over.
All right. That works. That works. All right. So we didn't get purple in Sector 2, but we got purple in Sectors 1 and 3. And got the fastest lap by 3/10. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's go ahead and let's continue. Confirm. Hey, we're gonna we're gonna start out with this. Like I said, I'm not a GT3 racer by any means. I've raced them. You know, I'm relatively slow when it comes to endurance racing. You know, I have to get carried by my team. You know, anytime we have GT3 races. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that, man. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. All right. So now we're going to head onto the same circuit, but in light rain for the test number 2. What? It said, hey, man, you suck. Alright, let me... It's time to show how well you can perform under rainy conditions. The team needs to gauge your ability to drive in traffic under wet conditions and stay away from trouble without cuts, accidents, or off-track excursions. Alright.
Green light, go, go, go. Your second test is under wet conditions. Just focus on setting your best lap in this heavy rain and bring the car back in one piece.
Ooh, the wipers kind of... Wipe. Hold on, maybe I do need that. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me bump it up a little bit and save and exit and all of that. The windshield wiper's crazy in this one. And of course, we know that there's no rain in iRacing or anything, so a lot of traction control on that. So wet conditions are going to be a new thing for us. But I welcome the challenge, dude. I can't wait for us to get it on all these other games and everything, man. Another 10 minutes. Ooh, yeah, she's starting to push. Little pushy on that. All I hear is the freaking traction control just... Man, you gotta love it. Wish the windshield wiper wasn't so weird on it. It still feels a lot of the same here. I'll take the traction control down a little bit. See what happens here. Oh, yeah, okay. Bring it back up. We'll put it on full tilt, but we'll have it up there a little bit. Oh, hydroplane a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. Started braking a little early. I thought they said heavy downpour. Too much wheel. They told me it was supposed to be heavy downpour, sir. I don't want it. Try to keep away from the curbs, keep away from the puddles. It should help us out here. Because my understanding from what I've seen in, you know, a whole lot of racing is to try to stay out of the preferred groove when it's wet. Don't touch the curves like I just did. You know, try to, you know, back off a little bit, you know. Try to go where the water's not. For the most part. And so far, looking pretty decent. I like it. I'm in it. I'm also very nervous. I just want to keep the car on the track. I hit all 3 curves on that one. I was just saying, don't hit the curbs. Don't do it. let's money ship the motor here. It's not like we're not running around in a, you know, almost $1 million race car. Not at all. Ooh. Dude, the sounds in this game are awesome.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
A 2:08, we're 8 seconds off pace. Ooh, big puddle on that side. We'll get a couple of laps in this. Uh-oh. I thought I had really overcooked it on that one. I don't think we should be that fast over them. See at the bottom left, our comparisons to our fellow youngsters in the program. I like I didn't even ask me for a name. Just no name. I mean, it feels good. You know, I'm liking it. I am noticing a lot more feedback in the wheel than what I normally feel in iRacing, so that's a plus. You know, I'm feeling the curves a lot better. I'm actually feeling the track a little bit better too. And I'm only on I'm running a Thrustmaster T300. I'm actually running my oval rim, just a regular one that comes with it. I normally try to run the Ferrari F1 add-on wheel, not the fancy one with the screen. I'm unfortunately not an owner of one of those, but you know, I normally use those for my road racing on, you know, everything else. I just figured this would probably be a little bit easier. Ooh, the hydroplaning was awesome. Wheel got very light on that. I just want to know how long this program is going to take. 2 10-minute practice sessions. I haven't had any other cars. I haven't seen any other cars. You know? Track is still wet in the same spots. Just having some fun here. I forgot where I was for a split second there. I forgot I was on the long straight. Try to get too much. Got a whole second out of it though. Let's go. They've been getting faster too. And I'm noticing that my tires aren't really I mean, I know it's wet and everything, but I figured with as hard as I've been pushing, you know, I'd get some kind of temperature in them. I guess the rain is just cooling them off just as quick as I'm putting heat in them. Stay out of those puddles. Love hearing it hit the underbody.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Love it. I'm so glad they picked Monza out of all of the tracks that they have on here. So glad they picked Monza. I can't rightfully tell if it's still raining hard or not. The daggone windshield wiper is going so fast. Alright. Just gotta get back to the line. We might be matching our lap time here. And did they say these were underpowered in the GT3? Like a regular GT3 or what? Come on, turn. Went off a little bit. I was trying too hard. Got greedy. That's what happens when you get greedy. I don't know. Absolutely smoked him. As far as the wet session is concerned.
Session is now over.
Let's go. Gold on the session medal. Sweet. And I get to control the car afterwards as well. I think that's freaking that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, for sure we said all purples. For sure. All right, well that's that. So let's go ahead and continue. Confirm. All right, what do we got now? What do we got now? What do we got now? What you got for me? At night. Oh, yeah. 10% in the career? Is that it? All right. The test number 3, nighttime here at Monza. I don't know if I've ever driven at night here. Oh, it looks good. This game is pretty. Alright, be safe and have fun out there. Let's go. Press confirm. Alright, let's set on out.
Green light, go, go, go. In this night driving test, you will be evaluated based on your fastest lap, but always remember that the first priority is to drive consistently, avoid incidents, not on the track. Be safe and have fun out there.
Aye, aye, Captain. Alright. This is cool. It looks really good at night. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that! Man, this looks really good at night. Just gotta remember my braking points. Look for them. Make new ones at night. That's why it's a good practice to try to look at like the fencing and stuff. Because when it goes to nighttime, if you're depending on something that's like a visual cue as far as like a shadow or anything, absolutely, you know, you sell yourself short on that. So always look for stuff on the wall. Like up here, I've noticed where that Marshall is on the right after the 200. Like right there. Good spot to brake. And it's the same in iRacing as well. Now I know I think this game uses the same system that Project Cars does to live track, I believe. I may be wrong. That might be Automobilista too. Not 100% sure. Don't remember, I should say. And then 100. Always good practice to start looking for, you know, visual cues. Back on the throttle. We can run off. Let's start a flying lap. Visually, blows iRacing out of the water. Can't even front. But see, that's the thing with all of the sims. There's things that all of the sims do well. You know, individual things that the other sims miss. So, you know, in my experience, I haven't done a lot of online on any of these other ones, as I'm very slow into the chicane here because I'm flapping my gum. That even though there's a lot of issue with iRacing servers and stuff, you know, as far as like netcode and everything, they do the online portion, the multiplayer portion, the best out of all of them. Now, you know, these are all opinions. You know, you may have a different opinion. You know, it's cool. That's what makes this world great. You can have your own opinions about a lot of different things. So this right here, what this is doing for me right now is I'm loving the visuals. Automobilista 2, I like what they've done with their DLC. You know, they got the champ carts and all of that, and love it. They each individually do something spectacular that the other ones just don't, you know. And I don't ever think, as much as we wish that we could get like the perfect sim, I don't think anybody can ever do that, because the sim racing community is just that picky, honestly. I mean, that's just what it feels like, you know. The sim racing community is really picky about everything. You know, well, this one doesn't have the right tire feel, or this one doesn't, you know, my wheel doesn't, you know, function the exact same way it does in another sim. Oh, this one's garbage, or, you know, this, that, and the other. Like, I try to just bring it back to basics, dude. Is it fun? Can my friends play with me? And am I gonna have a good time? You know? I will say that iRacing has gotten stale for me. I've said it many a time on my streams and everything. You know, iRacing's gotten pretty stale. I've been doing it for 8 years, so, you know, me trying to branch out and do other things, you know, whether that's Sims or other games, is, you know, I feel like it's just natural at this point right here. Say the best and the worst thing that happened to iRacing was, you know, the Invitational Series, where all of the NASCAR pros, you know, hopped on it and then brought all the attention to iRacing as a platform. You know, it's great for them. You know, they deserve it. But it's just the people that came with it that stuck around from it, because there was, like, you know, out of that whole boom, maybe about 30-40% of people actually stuck with it. You know? And then out of those, about, you know, 20% of those people are, you know, I don't know exactly the right word is for that, but, you know, about 20% of the people are, you know, good people to come out of that. You know, 80%. iRacing's gotten really toxic over the last couple of years, in my opinion. But, you know, again, they're opinions. So I don't know what any of these other communities are like, you know, other than everybody's willing to die on a hill that their particular sim of choice is the best. Why can't we all just play all of them and not, you know, not have to have this argument? I don't know. Maybe I'm simple. I don't know. I'm really enjoying this night driving, though. I feel like I could see a lot more in the car. And I know I'm not doing the helmet view or whatever, you know, that's what... It's fine. This is how I like to do my non-VR stuff, and I know this game offers VR as well. But I think I had to do the game justice and not do it in VR because of the quality issue, or the quality I have to take it to be able to do VR with it. So we got about 2 more laps under nighttime, and maybe we'll be done with this program. I'm not sure. Oh, I completely blanked out at where I was. Completely. I'm ready for this to end. That was really bad. That was really, really, really bad. Leave it in. Just telling myself that. Leave it in. Might as well. So hopefully this ends up leading into, you know, us trying to do some more multiplayer stuff on it. We've done multiplayer on this game before, but it's just been, you know, that's with people that have been hanging around the streams and everything. And I don't want my, you know, don't want to go into a race and then that first race have a whole bunch of what's a nice way to put it? Don't want to go into a race with a whole bunch of hard heads and let that ruin my my perception of this game. So I'm hoping that this could lead into some good streams and stuff as well. I don't know why I went up in gear on that. This has been incredibly fun. We'll see if this ends the program. If it ends the program, then that's going to be the end of the video. If it doesn't, then, you know, we'll keep going until we get done with this Youngster program. Basically, I just wanted to see what it was all about, because I've had these downloaded on my system for like forever, and just done nothing with them. You know, they've sat there. I've loaded them up and, you know, went through the vehicle editor a couple of times for a livery or something, but, you know, other than that, I haven't really put rubber to the road. Virtual rubber to the virtual road, I should say. And went off. Yeah, I try to get a little bit more, risk it for the biscuit, and the biscuit was stale, so that's going to complete the night program.
Session is now over.
All right. I love the reflections of everything on here right now. Oh, it looks so good. All right. Blew them out of the water as well. We might have to, you know, put the AI difficulty up a little bit. Let's see what the next... What's the next thing we got going on here? All right. Congratulations on your performance. We got a silver for the Youngster program. I'm sure that might have helped a little bit here, but we have a couple of... Let's see, can we... Oh, we can move around? Oh, there we go. All right, so we got a Jaguar for that. We got the Honda contract as well. The talent's clearly there, but you need more race results in order to track last year's top teams. In any case, some of the teams are making a seat available for this year's Sprint Cup season. Choose your favorite car from the models. So the NSX, we're more than likely going to go McLaren. And to be honest with you, the Merc, the Merc is our weapon of choice on iRacing for GT3 stuff. Love the way it sounds. Ooh, we can go Nissan as well, or Nissan, or, you know, wherever you are. I do like that. The 2018 and the 2015. The 2018 looks better, in my opinion. Or we can go with the 911. Ryder. That's just a Lamborghini, isn't it? Or, no, that's a... Did he not get the Ferrari license? Aston. Bentley. The Bentleys, the front ends on the Bentleys look just like they'd punch you in the face, dude. I kind of want to go. I kind of want to go. Listen, dude. Yeah, I think this is gonna be all right here. So let me hit confirm. Team name required. All right. So what shall we call it? I'm gonna take my gloves off real quick because I know this is gonna be the end of the video here. We're gonna go ahead and name this stuff right quick. I guess do we bring it back, y'all? Do we bring it back? I think we go. Oh, can I type, please? Thank you. Mess Motorsports. Car number is going to be 88. Yes, yes. We're going to put West Mess. And then teammate is going to be... Let's give a shout out to our paint sponsor. So we're going to do Tony at WMD Paint Shop. There we go. And that'll be the team. All right, cool. So when we come back to this, we will be in the number 88 Nissan from S Motorsports, and we will actually get to go through a career race. So if you enjoyed the content, please leave me a comment down below. Put a like on the video. Do all the YouTube stuff. Still new around here. Don't know exactly what it's going to be. Link's going to be in the description below for everything else that we got going on. And if you want to catch us live, you can catch us at twitch.tv/WestTheMess88. But for myself, I want to wish you all a great rest of your day. Have an awesome time with whatever you're doing. And we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.